Lesson 1.6, simplify fractional exponents. So we've learned that fractional exponents follow the same rules as all our exponent rules. And then we know that any fractional exponents are radicals. So the directions say express in simplest radical form. So we want those square root symbols. And I shouldn't say square root because it can be any root, 5th root, 6th root, 10th root, anything. Okay, on this first one, if I were to rewrite this, 25 to the 3/2 powers, remember this is the index, so it's a square root of 25 cubed. You could do 25 cubed first and then square root, but to try and do this in my head, I would rather go on and do the square root of 25, which means what number times itself is 25? That's a 5. Take that to the 3rd power, which means 5 times 5 is 25 times 5 is actually 125. Now, are you going to do that in your head? Some of you probably not. So let me show you how to do it on a calculator. You would just simply put in your 25. Then remember this button under the clear, that little kind of tent symbol, that gives you a power. And then mine, I don't need parentheses around it, but it's always kind of a good thing to just get used to putting fractions in parentheses. It would be 3 divided by 2 to be your 3/2. Hit enter and see how I end up with my 125. All right, number 2, we have a base of 16. This is your power rule, so you're just multiplying your powers. Keep your 16. 5 times 1 is 5. 4 times 1 is 4. So really this is a 4th root of 16 to the 5th power. I still kind of like doing these by hand. 4th root of 16, I know that's 2. Because 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. So 4th root of 16 is 2. 2 to the 5th power would be 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. Again, are you going to do that? Probably not. So put in your 16, power button. Maybe I won't do my parentheses around it, and it should still get me 32. Number 3, notice the 8 does not get included with the x. So this is going to be simply 8 and then a cube root of x squared. That's 8 cube root of x squared. All right, number 4, everything does get this power. So let's do this. 81 is just to the 1st power. We're going to multiply powers here, so it'd be 81 to the 1/4 x to the 3/4 because I'm multiplying powers. This is really the 4th root of 81. Probably you're not going to know that, so let's do 81 to the 1/4 power, gets you 3. So that's really 3. As a radical, this would be 4th root of x cubed. 4th root of x cubed. Number 5, we've got the 32 is just to the 1st power, x to the negative 35th, y to the 30th. So this gets multiplied. It'd be 32 to the 3/5 power, x to the, so negative 35 times 3/5. Let's cross simplify by taking out a 5, so it would be 1. That would become negative 7. Negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. So in my head, I divide first. Negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. Y, 30 times 3/5, that would become 1 and that would become 6. So 30 divided by 5 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. And then I just need to fix this. So 32 to the 3/5 power becomes 8. I have to sink down my x to the 21st power, and then y to the 18th stays on top. No radicals in that one. And last but not least, number 6, 16 to the negative 5/4 power, x to the, so that I'm taking 24 divided by 4 first. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. Negative 12 divided by negative 4 is -3. -3 times -5 is 15. Let's figure out what 16 to the -5 is. Okay, it gives me a decimal. We don't want to keep it like that. That actually just means that it got dropped to the denominator. So let's hit math. See how it's already on, turn it into a fraction, hit enter, and enter. Get 1/32. I'm going to drop this x to the 30th down, y to the 15th is going to stay on top. And that would be my answer.